Hey, sis, when you think about your finances, do you ever feel that tight feeling in your chest? That urge to shut down and avoid looking? Or do you just tell yourself, I'm bad with money, so what's the point of even messing around with it? If that sounds familiar, I want you to pause right there. Because what's keeping you stuck isn't your income, your math skills, or your willpower. It's shame. I'm Ebony Burns, certified financial educator and money coach, and I help women rebuild their financial lives after divorce. Today, we're talking about financial shame, what it actually looks like, where it comes from, and why it quietly keeps so many capable, intelligent women from moving forward, even when they want to change. So here's what financial shame really looks like. Financial shame doesn't usually sound dramatic. It is not screaming, it's not yelling at you, it's whispering. It's that quiet voice that's in the back of your mind. And when I'm working with clients, it usually shows up as things like avoiding your bank account, even when you know you need to look at it, letting those bills sit unopened, not because you don't care, but because you're just so darn overwhelmed. Feeling frozen instead of motivated, even though you know you want to do better. It also shows up as over explaining or justifying your money decisions to your family or your friends. Or you also will sit around quietly comparing yourself to where you should be by now. And this often shows up as that voice that says, don't look, you've already messed this up, so you should know better by now. And all those other crazy things that are just lies to keep you stuck. That voice isn't the truth. It's shame and it's trying to protect you from discomfort by keeping you stuck. And I know that feels counterintuitive, but that's how it works. This is why divorce makes shame worse. After divorce, money shame often intensifies because money isn't the only thing that changed. Your entire foundation has shifted. So you may have gone from two incomes to one. You may have had to make fast decisions just to keep yourself and your family safe. You maybe had to prioritize survival over strategy. You've taken on responsibilities you weren't prepared for, and you've also felt judged. Even when no one said anything out loud, you still felt it. And here's the part that we really don't talk about enough. You were making financial decisions in a season where stability was already fractured. And that really matters because you weren't operating from a calm, well-resourced place. You were navigating grief, fear, exhaustion, and uncertainty all at the same time. So, of course, the decisions look different. In hindsight, that doesn't mean they were wrong. Shame stops progress. And here's how that shame cycle works. So, shame leads to avoidance, and then avoidance leads to blocked clarity. And without clarity, no plan that you make is actually going to stick. You can't create a grounded financial plan while constantly punishing yourself. You can download all the budgeting tools in the world, but if shame is still running the show, he'll keep pulling away the moment things feel uncomfortable. And that's normal. So we're not here to, beat you up about it, but progress requires safety, not a whole lot of self-recrimination. So I want to offer you a reframe on your thinking that changes everything. And instead, survival decisions are not character flaws. They're information. They tell the story of what you needed at the time, not who you are forever, not what you're capable of now, and not what your future has to look like. When you stop judging the past, you finally give yourself room to build something new. So here's a question I want you to sit with this week. I want you to think about what money decision are you still carrying shame around, even though you were doing the best you could with what you had at the time. You don't have to fix it yet. You just have to acknowledge that it exists because that's where the healing starts. January is not about fixing yourself because you're not broken, sis. It's about understanding yourself, your patterns, your needs, and the season that you're in right now. And if you want support rebuilding your finances without shame, without pressure, and without feeling like you're constantly behind, that's why I created Confidently Solo. This guide will give you the tools that you need to help you move forward with confidence because you don't need to be punished to make progress. You just need clarity, compassion, and support, and you deserve all three.